Hello everyone. This video I'm creating like how you can deal with the notebooks in MS Team. So first of all, for dealing with the notebooks, you have to download this OneNote app in your phone and in your laptops also. In laptops it will automatically associated with the Teams, and in phone you have to download this OneNote app. After downloading and installing, you just need to open this. This is how it will open. As I'm dealing with so many notebooks and creating so many demos, so my page is coming like this. Your page, maybe it will be blank or having one or two options. What you have to do is you have to go to these three dots. Here you will find settings, accounts, the very first option. Here you have to put your email ID, okay, like of Teams, email ID of Teams that you are using. You have to add it, add account. You have to go to there, put your ID and put your password, then only it will associate it with your Teams app. First thing, the first setting, very first setting, need to download OneNote. Go to the settings, okay, and then add account, and then you have to put your email ID and password there, so that your OneNote will get linked to the Teams app. Then open your Teams. As you can see here, this is my account. I'll have a special team notebook demo. For this demo I have created, first of all let me show you the structure of this team. In this teams we are having 6 members, 4 are the students and 2 are the owners. So let me show you how to create a notebook and how they will work for all the team members. They are students or they are the teachers. So click on this general channel of the notebook demo. Here you will show posts, files and more. In more you will find class notebook. This option will only come when you will install OneNote app. You can see the OneNote icon on the left side also. Okay, so just click on this. For the very first time when you are creating this, it will show you like this: set up OneNote class notebook. Okay, let me tell you some give you some instructions while creating the OneNote or while creating the notebooks. Suppose we are having 30 students in a class with 7 teachers, 7 owners you can say. So when any of the owner will create a notebook, the same structure will be shown to all the students as well as all the teachers. So you have to be very careful while creating the notebook for the very first time. Okay, and the students, suppose a student is having a member of 4 teams like English, Hindi, Maths and computer class. They are having in combined with other sections. EVS class, Abacus class, they are having combined with other sections. Suppose a student is having a member of 4 to 5 teams. So when any of the owner of that 4 to 5 teams will create the notebook in their own phone, okay, then it will automatically will be shown on the recent pages of the one notebook of their OneNote. वो आपका OneNote जो आपकी ऐप है, in that particular app when you open it, it will show you in the recent pages. Okay, so as you can see here, my OneNote, these are the various notebooks in which I am the owner. You can say the various teams notebook. Yes, this is very important. A notebook is created with the team name. Okay, like these are the team's name: computer department notebook, my personal notebook. I am the owner of all these teams and I have created so many notebooks for just the demos. Okay, so when I'll create a notebook of that particular team which we are dealing here, notebook demo, I'll see you my notebooks in the recent page. That team will also added here, that notebook. Or you can go to this more options, more notebook options. You can see the various notebooks here also. Recently it is not showing anyone because no owner has been created here, and you can add the notebooks from here also. Just click it and it will show you on there on your recent pages. Okay, and this is This is my personal notebook or the personal diary, you can say. Whenever you will download OneNote, you are having your personal notebook also. And in that notebooks, you are having a personal space also, your private space, you can say. That space, no student or no teacher can see or edit that. That is available in the others notebooks also, and this is your own personal notebook also. Or you can create your own notebooks by clicking on this plus sign also. Okay, but here we are dealing with the students and we have to manage the student notebooks. So let me show you that. We are here, set up a OneNote class notebook. This is my notebook is divided in 4 sections. So first is collaboration, that is common to all. Common to all means whatever, whoever the member of that particular team, either a student or a teacher, can edit the content. Edit means they can write it, they can change it, they can delete the contents of others, and they can do the modifications also. So what is the use of that? When everyone is having all the rights, you can use it for the discussions, for the quizzes, okay, and whatever way you want to use it, because every particular student or every particular teacher is having all the rights to change the contents of this. Okay, when I am dealing with the content means it can be text, it can be image, it can be a file, it can be a recording, it can be a link. Okay, every member is having all the rights to do anything in this space. Okay, so you have to think that how you can use it. But I'll suggest you for the discussion purpose or for the quiz purpose you can use it, where you want to involve the students in the activities, all the students. Okay, and then we are having the content library. Content library is a space where teacher is having all the rights, read and write access, and student can only see the content. We can use it for our class notes, the PDF files, the Word files, the notes that we will write and take a picture and upload it here. Student can download that instructions or that files to their mobile devices, but they are not having any right to do any kind of changes in the files which teacher is uploading in that particular content library. So this is very important for the teachers. Like we are having notes of the particular chapters, we are having PDFs, we are having other files also that we want to share with the students. We can upload it here. Next, teachers only section. This is completely private to the teacher. Okay, it will not available at the student site. The teacher is having all the rights here. As the name is suggesting you, teacher only section, so it is only for the teacher. Next is student. This is the private for each student. Okay, a teacher can have access to the notebooks to the students, but a student can only change their own notebooks. They cannot either view any other student notebook. Okay, so they are not able to access the other students notebook. That's why they can access only theirs notebook, and they can see the content library or they can see the collaboration space. Otherwise, teacher only section is not available to them, and other students notebooks are also not available to them. Only a teacher can see the students notebooks which are a member of that particular team. So let's click on next. How this is how the hierarchy goes and how it will work in the public and private space. This is notebook demo notebook. Notebook demo is the name of the team. So whatever teams we are having, class 1A, class 1B, class 1C, okay, every notebook is created with the name of that particular class. If any of the owner will create a particular class, he or she has to be very careful while creating it for the very first time. Suppose this is my class 1A, and in 1A I am having English, Hindi, Maths, Science, Social Science subjects like that. So either you can have like homework. We are having these sections. I'll just write it here, computer homework. Okay, and in class notes, because these class notes we are dealing with the content library sections, so I'm not giving here the option because the students will get confused. So I'm writing here English homework. Okay, suppose students want to submit their English homework, so they'll go to this channel and they can submit here. And others are handouts and quizzes. Either you can modify here or you can do it later also, but later you have to do it for the particular students. And here one thing you have to keep in mind, if a student is a part of, suppose a student is a part of 4 teams, 4 or 5 teams, okay, in one, like we can take an example of 6A class. A student is attending, there is a class 6A in which English class is going on, Hindi class is going on, and maths. For other subjects, the students have to go in the combined class. For computer, 6 ABC is there. For EVS, 6 ABC is there. For you can say Abacus, 6 ABC is there. Okay, so when that 6 ABC combined, we will just create a notebook there. We will provide the sections like computer, EVS, like all these fours, or we can create more sections also as we want. Okay, we can create 8 subjects here also, or we can do it in other teams also, like we are having combined teams also. So when a student is a part of 4 teams, and any of the owner of that 4 teams will create a notebook that will be available on the screen of the student. Once the notebook is created, all the members can see the notebook and they have their own rights being an owner or a student. If they are students, they are having different rights. If they are owner, they are having different rights. So after giving the sections, you can just click on this create and it is getting ready. It will depend upon your network speed, that how much time it will take getting your class notebook ready. So whatever the sections we have discussed, collaboration, content library, teacher only, and the student part, all the 4 will appears here in different colors. So this is how it will created. So now you can see here collaboration space, content library, teacher only section, and these are the various students. Amira, we have created computer homework and English homework. Hiral, Naman, and Preeti Kokli. You can see the 4 students are here. So 4 sections have been created for every students. Okay, so this is the teacher sides. Now let's start with the content library or the collaboration space. Here it will open like this. This is common to all. You can use it for the discussion, like uh, while the class is going on, you can use it. Discussion chapter 1. I'm just typing my name here so that you will get a surety that I have typed it. Okay, so you can having the various options, like here you are having a toolbar. In the bottom you can see the toolbars of having the camera option, the audio option, the attachment options, or the alignments, or there are so many others that you have used in your common day-to-day life also. Like if you want to insert a picture, I'll just go to the camera. Either you can open your camera or take a picture like this, or you can just swipe up and move to the gallery and you can upload a pic here. Suppose I am uploading this one. Okay, you can see here it is uploaded, done. This way you can take a picture or you can move to the gallery also here. And you can upload any pic from here also. Next, If you want to record a, let me just, if you want to record a sound, you can see a mic option. Just click on that mic option. Stop. This recording students can delete also, because this is a collaboration space, and either you can attach a file also. When I have clicked on that attachment icon, this is how your phone will open, and click on this recent, and from here you can open your gallery. Okay, or you are having various options. I'm just moving to the gallery, and you can just upload any picture of your choice. Okay, and this is how you can manage, or you can type the instructions also, as I have typed here. Okay, there's so many instructions, pictures, audios, and a image attachment, you can say. Now just go to back, and it will save it automatically. This is discussion. Okay, this is I am creating in collaboration space. Now back, content library, it is only for the teachers. Student cannot edit the contents. Class notes, here I am only attaching a file of some notes I am having, and you can upload the pictures as well as any other files also, like videos, audios, or any documents also. So suppose document I am having this, I am having a PPT file, I am attaching this. Click here, select, and this PPT will be attached here. It will depend upon your internet connection how much time it will take, because these are the notes, so that's why I have attached this file. Or you can type the message whatever you want to give. This is the read only content for the students. Students cannot modify this. So this is my class notes. Again, teacher only is available to teacher. And now I am writing something in Amira Makkar's computer homework notebook. Okay, plus, not Amira, just wait. I'll go to the Naman and computer notebook. Homework for Naman. Okay, you can go to the particular student's notebook to give any work to them, or to assign any work to them, or to give any instructions also. But students can do the editing in that. They can do the changes, they can delete the pages also. Okay, so better if you will write in the content library, or you can write in the chat box or the post that the firstly we have in our team. Okay, you can do there also, because students can do the changes here. And when the student will upload their homework, then you can check their homework and do the editing there. Okay, let's see how it works. I have given the message to Naman, you have to do the exercise of chapter 2 and should have to upload here. So when he or she will open that particular notebook, he'll get this message, and then after doing the work he can upload the file here, because this is the student notebook, so student is having all the rights here. So let's come back. So this is how this notebook will work at the teacher's end. Okay, So now I'll tell you how it works for the student, at the student, and how these all will work. So this is how, now I'm going to tell you how a student can manage his or her notebook. As you can see, this is the student Naman Chawla. Okay, now this is the team for which we have done the work, notebook demo. So I'm opening this. Student have to go to that particular team general channel, and once the teachers have created the notebook, they can go to the more option, and there they can see the class notebook option. For that, again they have to download the OneNote app. So this is a student notebook. I'm clicking on the class notebook. This is how it will appear, recent pages, and then it will take some time to upload the actual structures of the notebook. This is how the screen will appear at the student end. This collaboration space, again common to all. Let me show you. Click on using collaboration space. This is discussion I have created, if you remember. Now I am doing it from both the ends. This is I have done. Rama is typing this instruction. This is common space for all. Now being a student, as the files are uploading, so you can see there is some network issue. I want to change it. Okay, student can delete this, being a student, because the space is common to all. And I'll type here, Naman is doing this. Naman is typing this. Okay, select this picture. A student can go to the options. Here are the options have already come: open, cut, copy, select. Student can delete the picture. Okay, the recording they can play. And then you can, after doing the recording, you can just, okay, so this is the recording, and this is a screenshot that the pictures that teachers have uploaded. Students can watch it, can delete it, and can do others modifications also. If the same area is opened by all the students, so what I am typing here will be shown to the students of notebooks of the other students also. At the same time they can do the typings also. Okay, so this is the collaboration space. Now I am going to the content library. The class notes I have created there. I am clicking over here. It is message already came. This is read only. If you have noticed, note is read only. Okay, that means students can only read it. He or she cannot edit it. As you can see, no keyword is there and I can't do anything. Students can just go to this file, or they can download it. There is some network issue. Now it is open. I can see it. Please ensure that you open files from the trusted sources only. Just click on open, and this PPT is open. Students can download the contents at their end. Their content will be downloaded to their phones or to their devices, but they cannot do any modification in the contents that is uploaded by the teacher. So this is how the content library work. Now here it is Naman Chawla. I am clicking on computer and homework for Naman. Naman, you have to do the exercise, and now Naman can delete the message also. Okay, he can change the content. I am just writing homework done, ma'am. Okay, and I am uploading the file by this attachment icon. Photos, galleries, or everything, your complete phone will be open to you, and you can do any of the changes. This is the homework that I have selected, and the file is attached. Now one can type homework is done. Teacher can see it and can just sign it here also. Okay, you can take the marker also, and like this This is I am doing at the student end. This is Naman Chawla's ID, a student. And the teacher, after like Naman has uploaded the homework, now I'll tell you how the teachers can do it. Teacher can just tick it or give the instruction and sign it there, and the same will be uploaded in the computer, a student's homework. Okay, and they can manage the pages chapter wise or date wise or in whatever way they want to manage it. The various pages are there. They can manage it date wise, week wise, or whatever the way they want, chapter wise also. So this is how it works at the student's end. So thank you.